Because on this end of the table is the answer to every problem we've talked about since we started. We know that's not the case. Tell me what you're facing, Bill, as you look at this stuff. And you're up there in the heat of the battle right now. And you're on the short end of the stick when it comes to numbers. At least this year. Next year, I think we'll see some of that change. Tell me what you're facing as you try to balance what's right as you deal with these other levels of government that's set up here.
Well, thank you, Bill, for allowing me to sit up here with the freedom of the state and local government prop here. It's an honor. Thank you all for showing up. I saw Tracy last time I saw her. She was marching on Washington. Thank you, Tracy, and the rest of you for the cards and the letters and the telephone calls you made, trying to demand some sanity come out of the federal government. I've served in local government. I've served in the state government, and now I'm serving in federal government. That's the old-fashioned way of getting there. But what it really means at the end of the day is that you walk in the other people's shoes before. And I think that's important. An awful lot of people we have in Washington have never served in a public office before. And normally that sounds like a good thing. You guys say, I'm not a politician, I like committee. Well, you elect them, but they don't understand that really the head of the government is here. And then here, and then here. You know, I like it when the government does these organization charts. I remember when we reformed the cabinet, when the constitutional amendment passed, I was the chairman of the Blue Ribbon Task Force to do that. And staff came out and they worked out this great flow chart. So here's the education commissioner who will be appointed by the governor's board that the governor appoints, and then he will come down here, the district superintendent, then down to each of the college, junior college, elementary school levels. And then, you know, there's only one thing wrong with your chart. So what's that? I said it's upside down. You know, the people at the bottom are at the top of the flow chart, supposedly, and it goes the other way back to the grid. And that is unfortunate whenever you look at these flow charts about government. They're all like that. They all show, you know, the president at the top, and then everything. And really, the president is the guy that's supposed to serve most of us, and then Congress, and you know, the government closest to the people serves best. We all know that. I mean, you can get in touch with Andy Ziegler or Mark Russo or Commissioner Anderson in a day. You can get a face-to-face with these guys in a day if you had an emergency. Now, not everybody, but most people can. And then you can, within a week usually, because if he's in session, he comes home every weekend, just like Andy and I do. You can get a face-to-face with him in an emergency. And I try to be accessible to get a face-to-face every day that we're not in session voting. I try to get the heck out of there and come home, so we don't have to drink too much of that water. But the reality is, you know, the farther you go up in government, the harder it is to have that connection with people, and the more inefficiencies you see. And I was pleased. I mean, I'm an anti-mandate guy. I'm the only one I know that was twice named Equality Floridian by the League of Cities, the state of the cities, and the only person I know that got a Lifetime Achievement Award for fighting unfunded mandates from the Florida Association of Counties. So, you know, I'm not really the right guy to ask about this, but I can maybe share with you one of my experiences when I was in the House one time. We sent what they call a joint House memorial. That means the House and the Senate agree on something, actually, and it's a letter to Congress to express strong sentiments about something. And this, we were expressing strong sentiments about the federal government passing unfunded mandates down to the state. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, we said, not no, but hell no, do not give us any more unfunded mandates. If you're going to tell us to do something, you give us the money to do it. Flash forward to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. A fellow from Broward County's got a bill up here that would mandate school boards, counties, and local governments that says anytime you do a job exceeding so much amount, you have to bid it out to these certain special interests. You know? And I mean, this is like it's going to pass overwhelmingly. And so I was quoted by a lot of people for a couple of years, but at the end of my speech, I said, I want to know, you know, 4 hours ago, we were passing a resolution to the federal government telling us not to do any more unfunded mandates. 4 hours later, we're getting ready to dump this on our counties, our cities, and our schools. I want to know how you guys felt hypocrite back in your districts. And, you know, here I get a few smiles. There I got a bunch of boos, but, you know, that's the way it goes, obviously. Everybody seems to think that they're the center of the world. And that is changing, believe it or not. I mean, I see a sense health care bill flew out of Congress, basically, and it's stuck over the Senate. Why is it stuck over the Senate? Because the Senate is afraid to act on it. Now, why is the Senate afraid to act on it? You are the reasons the Senate is afraid to act on it. You and people like you across this great country have just said, you know, we've had it here, we're not going to take it anymore, and that's why they've not acted on it. So, you know, your voices haven't heard, and that, Bill, I guess is the long answer to your question, how do we stop this from all going downhill? And you're on the right track right now.
Well, we're seeing these people do it. By the way, in the acknowledgments earlier, I failed to say thank you to the Tea Party movement that helped us get the word out to each of you all to be here today. Thank you so much. To the 9-12 group that passed the word around and said, hey, get out here and talk to these Christians today. And Bill's right.